And she said, welcome to Gaza. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Next day, they took us to the tour, and here we start. How many of you are physicians here in this room? How many of you have been in hospitals for whatever the reason, right? Normally, when you enter a hospital, what do you see? Right? There's usually an entrance, a parking place, right? No. And there is some maybe grass, maybe flowers, cleanliness, and then there is the main entrance of the hospital. There's usually corridors, right? No, not in Gaza. It was all tents. From the door open up till I get to there's two main buildings. One is the ER and the hospital, and the second building used to be the maternity hospital. They changed it completely, the trauma center. It's like this and this. From here, this is the gate. From here to here, it's all tents. Sometimes you say, please excuse me, I need to move. All these people are human beings like you and me. And they are living in these tents. Then you enter, and on my left, and I see this simple mattress on the floor, and there's a woman in her 50s. I paid attention. I was like, literally on the door, like on the door. I didn't speak to her at that day yet. So we went, and they start showing us the hospital. What do I see? I have actually a video of it. When you get to the second floor, because that's where we are going to be mainly working, you start seeing the hospital beds. And what is on these hospital beds? Every injured person. Most of them have no limbs. The target is on the legs and the hands. And Dr. Jawad, he will show, there is pictures. I said, don't put it, this is too graphic. But most of the young men, the target is toward their legs. It's amazing cruelty. Amazing cruelty, subhanAllah. And you turn on the right, you see this. You turn on the left, you see this. Then we go and says, this is the place for the children. Where is the children? Then you go to the NICU, the only clean place for the NICU. She said those were from before we closed the maternity, and it was looking okay, alhamdulillah. Then they said, let's go to the ER. And they said, I'm an OBGYN, so she said, the OBGYN hospital is about 15 minutes from here, but we don't think it's safe for you to go there, so we'll keep you in the hospital, and any emergency comes to the ER, you will take care of it. I said, okay, whatever you say, I'll do. I'm here to help any way you see me. So we go to the ER. That scene I've never seen. So to get to the ER, this is the building. You have to go through, this is all tents. You have to go through like a corridor. The corridor on the right, on the left, people on the floor. It's like you are sitting. I don't know, these are displaced. I don't know, these are family. I don't know, these are patients. I have no idea who these people are. Every age you see. A lot of women, a lot of children, but also you see much less older people and definitely much less younger men. Then you enter, and this was supposed to be the ER. Literally, like you are now, if I want to walk, I have to say, please excuse me, please excuse me. People are moaning, people are bleeding, it's beyond. Then they took us to, they said the ER, they took us to the head of the ER department. His room is smaller than this. I don't know how the man is functioning, honestly. All these people who are head of departments in that hospital, they have not gone to their home, slept in their home since October 7th. Everybody, everyone was telling me, especially in Ramadan, we may go for 2 weeks, for 2 hours, break the fast and come back. Don't tell me shower. Don't tell me shower, there's no water. We were lucky because we were in a hospital. I don't know what they did, but everybody was clean, at least the people who are working in the hospital. So we go in there, and they said that he was explaining to us that the ER is divided now because of this into 3 parts, green, yellow, and red. The green is like outpatient, yellow is less serious, and the red is the ICU. The ICU, I went there, again, I have a picture of it. And look at me, I was like, okay, there's a patient vaginal bleeding, can you give me a glove? They look at me. They do. And normally here, you say size small, or medium, or large. And I need a sterile glove. not in Gaza. Whatever they give you, take it. Large. I said, give it to me. There's nothing under the bed of this woman. Nothing. There's no sheet. It's I can't tell you. So I examined her, and alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and the family was with her. It wasn't something serious. As I was examining her, next, like a curtain, next, they just brought somebody who was, because the norm is they bring people who have been bombed, shell, you name it. So they brought, I don't know, but I'm hearing the person with her. She was, I think, a young girl. The one with her, the girl was like not shouting, but she was crying. She was in pain. The person next to her was reading to her Quran and says, this is not what we do when we are in pain. This is what we do when we are in pain. Wahidillah. You keep hearing this. And the real Muslims, you hear them. Wahidillah, say la ilaha illallah. And he reads Quran to her. Subhanallah. Then I met the first physician who I spoke to, who I posted yesterday on the social media. He's an orthopedic resident. Highly educated. And when you literally, you can sit with this young man for hours speaking. And I said, what do you feel? I asked him, actually. You know, from everybody. We are in a survival mode. We don't have a time to cry for the people we lost. You know, when you hear this, like look at your faces. Imagine I'm hearing this. And in front of me, and I see around me blood everywhere, injured everywhere. And then he said, and I kept asking people, if you go back to the October 7, do you want it to be different? Majority said no. You would be so surprised. They said, because somebody has to do something. Someone has to remind people we exist. Someone has to, people who are in jail, in an open jail.